I am trying out Raid Shadow Legends finally after years of saying that I would never play this game. So I finally downloaded, installed it, and we're going to see what we can do. Uh, this is not a promotional, nothing like that. This is just me wanting finally interest into learning how to play the game.
Hey,
Not for long.
Well shot! Where did you learn that?
Hunting orcs.
The Arbiter cannot bind me forever, Elf. You and I will have our day. Let's keep moving.
Four of them! Come on! Which of you filth dies first today?
Athel, we really don't have time for this.
Very well. Take them. By the light! I'm glad you're on our side.
Yes, just one big happy family, mortal. Move along, the sooner we win, the sooner I'm free of you.
Spread out. The artifact should be here somewhere.
Easy, everyone. If I can hit it just right.
If I get it that's right.
I think I like this dragon.
Well, that could have gone better. Any ideas?
We attack together. On three. For Teleria! For the Arbiter!
I thought these champions may have been the ones. Yet it seems I have failed. They were not ready. This task now falls to you. I have strength left to restore only one fallen champion to aid you. With their shard remade, they will be bound to your will. But you must choose. So be it. Awaken, warrior. This is your bastion. From here you will summon and train champions to fight the Dark One and his shadow. You have chosen your first champion, but one champion is not an army. Use a mystery shard to summon another champion at the portal.
The portal. Oh, that is the
Excellent. You've summoned an attack-type champion with great attack and support skills. Let's head to the campaign map and prepare your champions for their first taste of combat. Behold, Karok Castle, seat of King Tabor. This is where your journey begins. I fear that the king and his bannerlords have fallen to the shadow. Once noble and just, he has brought war upon his allies and ruin on his people. You and your champions must fight through his bannerlords, find him, and see if he has turned to Siroth.
Siroth. Who's Siroth? That guy?
11 generations of peace had reigned between the kingdom of Karok and the realm of Aravia. A peace now shattered by King Tabor's brutal campaign of expansion into the neutral lands between the two kingdoms. Once revered as a pillar of justice, King Tabor had imposed crushing taxes to finance his war with his former ally, bringing desolation and ruin upon his own people.
You having a good day? Turn this game audio down just a smidge, just a little too loud.
Had the king lost all reason? On the orders of the Arbiter, the company set out to persuade him to renounce his folly and wayward policies. Even if it meant storming the very gates of Karok Castle.
Karok will not fall easily. Like all places in Teleria, there are multiple stages of defenders. You must defeat all stages to move forward with your journey. This is where you select your team and review the enemy champions before each battle. Each champion has unique skills and an affinity that makes them weak or strong against another affinity. Magic beats spirit, spirit beats force, force beats magic, and void is special. Void champions have no direct weaknesses against other affinities. You have only 2 champions. Let us pick your team. Well done. Notice that your leader has an aura skill. These provide special bonuses to all allied champions in a battle.
So magic beats.
The arrows above each enemy's head show how your champion's affinity matches up against theirs. An affinity advantage means a more effective attack, more damage, and a higher chance to crit. Excellent. Campaign levels drop artifacts, and here's your first. Along with special items, your champions will earn XP after every battle. Earn enough and they'll level up, growing in strength and power.
Okay.
Go to your champion collection and equip that artifact. This is where you can view all champions under your control. Each champion can equip up to 6 artifacts. Select the artifact and equip your champion. See that? Your artifact has already strengthened this champion. Better yet, artifacts can be equipped in sets to provide special bonuses and effects.
Got it.
I believe you are ready. Return to Karok Castle, seat of King Tabor of Karok. Fight through his banner lords and find him. I must know if he has succumbed to the shadow.
Alright, so if I win this thing, I get back. That's good to know. So magic. That's gonna be the final battle. Alright.
Congratulations, you leveled up. Every time you level up, you'll get full energy, gems, and sometimes you'll even unlock new features.
Okay.
And here are your rewards from battle. With this artifact,
So
artifacts can be equipped. Special icons will this set boosts your champion's HP by 15%. Life artifacts come in sets of 2, meaning you can gain a huge 45% HP boost with 3 sets. Let's upgrade this artifact and improve its bonuses. Excellent work. When you upgrade artifacts to certain levels, they gain new substats, giving your champions an even bigger boost. You have learned well. Keep strengthening your warriors. I shall return in time to teach you more.
see. Text me twice. Text me. Got it.
Having overcome the castle guard, the company leader called to mind how the Banner Lords had cried out their allegiance to their king, but also to Seroth. Was the king's warring folly prompted by the will of the Lord of Darkness? Upon interrogation, a fallen knight confessed that the king had not been seen at the castle for many a month. His orders were being relayed by messenger from his encampment on the Eastern Front. This meant only one thing. The company would have to pass through the war-torn city of Arnok.
New champion. She's a support character. Alright, let's see. Attacks one enemy has a 15% chance of placing a freeze debuff for one turn. Alright, what's freeze do? Let her read. Based on attack, let's see. So the target off 20. Nice. Place a 25% attack debuff on all allies for 2 turns. Nice. Baby girl, it's time to wake up.
The once glorious city of Arnok had fallen into ruin, famine, and great sorrow. Peopled by desperate refugees, it had become an unclean place made darker by unknown horrors spawned in the encroaching shadow. To go through it safely would take days, to go around it much longer, so the company agreed to pass beneath it. They would venture into the foul city sewers, albeit risking the known danger of intruding on the territory of the lizard men.
Upgrade levels. Level up your champion and make them stronger. Upgrade ranks. Upgrade your champion ranks to reach higher levels.
This is the Tavern, the main place where you upgrade and improve your champions. You can sacrifice weaker champions to gain XP and level up quickly. Leveling up when a champion hits the maximum level to upgrade it.
After dispatching the lizard men tainted by the shadow, the company waylaid a messenger bearing a missive from the king. They demanded that he direct them to the royal encampment. Trembling for his life, the emissary pleaded that he knew nothing of such a camp. He had only ever received the sealed messages from a hooded knight at the catacombs of the Temple of Narbak. Emerging from the sewers, the company set their compass northeastward and began a long and arduous trek to the catacombs.
Okay, so we're going to the catacombs.
At last, they are guided by, as they said,
not promo codes. Alright, let's see. I already got it now. So how's it gonna help me? I'd say this is playing the game for the first time, so I really don't know much about it. Just clicking the red dots and following the red dots. Probably ain't gonna become a habit to play this game. Referring to is don't you have to have like a new account in order to get the creator code accounts or creator code promotion links? And you said look up CC or Ash. So Ash, Raid Shadow Legends. That's Marvel. Daily Raid Champ Guides. Alright. There's no promotion codes there. Let's see. Cancel. I don't know. I appreciate the advice. I just couldn't figure it out. I went and looked and didn't see any links or anything, but maybe I'm just looking in the wrong spot.
The company crashed into a chamber to find King Teba strapped to a chair, his captors forcing a brew down his throat. They made short work of the aggressors, then cut the king from his binds. I have been bewitched, he began in rasping breaths, forced to declare war on Aravia. Then, handing them his royal signet, he asked Queen Eva forgiveness for my forced betrayal. Thank her for giving refuge to my people, and request her help to find the cause of this shadow. To gain entrance into Aravia, they would have to pass through the dark wood to Felwyn's Gate. After a 3-day trek, they reached the edge of Durham Forest, home of the elves promised safe passage to those who would pay the toll. Showing them the signet of the king, the company claimed right-of-way as bearers of the monarch's word, but the dark elves recognized.
They don't recognize your authority, king. restart. Restart? How do you restart? Like, I've already signed up to the account number. I've already reached the daily limit of new player codes. I have this game volume almost turned completely down. I don't see how it's so loud. Where did I find the settings for all that earlier? Is this what you're talking about, new player reward? Because this is the one I'm supposed to be getting. Can you put a link into where you're talking about a promo link? Because I couldn't find one on your Ash raid. I mean, I could try a CC. Hellhade's website. Alright, let's see. Hellhade's website. Promo codes. Is that what you're talking about? Or am I doing something wrong again? I'm at the very bottom of the screen. Or is it on the main main screen. Alright, so I scroll to the bottom. I don't see anything that talks about promo code. So unless you guys know what you're talking about, which obviously y'all do, y'all need to direct somebody who doesn't have a clue what you're referring to. Baby girl. I appreciate that. I do. But I do have to get off here. I appreciate y'all helping me out as much as y'all have. I gotta get ready to get my girlfriend off to work. But y'all have a good day, and I'll try to stream a little bit later on.